Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Onger, and I'm really looking forward to being your instructor for this Guidance Part 1 course. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself. I am currently the head of guidance at O'Neill CVI in Oshawa. And if you're not familiar with our school, it's a really unique building. It's the original Oshawa High School. We host the regional gifted program. We host an audition performing arts program that brings in students from all over the board. And currently, we're also the home school for a lot of the new development up by Durham College and UOIT. So as a result of all of these kind of unique features of our school, it's given me the opportunity to work with a really diverse group of students, which I think has made my experience as a guidance counselor a very rich one. So I started teaching in Peel in 2001, spent a couple of years there, and then my family moved to Whitby. So I was hired at O'Neill in 2003 as a science teacher and mostly taught chemistry and grade 9 and 10 science for many years. I started working as a guidance counselor in 2010. And at that time, we had quite a few guidance counselors and quite a few of us that would have kind of one period per semester. So I just kind of slowly eased in and got my feet wet and learned about the guidance role. And then our head of guidance retired in 2014. So I took over the headship initially in an acting role and then full-time the following year. So I've been serving as the head of guidance ever since. My husband, Ryan, is also an educator. He's an elementary principal in the Toronto Catholic District School Board. And I have two children. One is going into grade 10 next year, and the other is going into grade 8. So that's also given me a lot of kind of personal experience as a parent, transitioning my son into high school. He's actually taking his careers course online this summer. So I'm definitely experiencing the guidance lens a little bit differently as a parent. And then my daughter going into grade 8 will soon be preparing to transition to high school. Her board and his board use my blueprint, which the Durham District School Board is about to start using in September. So that's given me an early introduction to that. So I think a lot of my learning as a guidance counselor has come from my own experience as a parent with my children, but also seeing what my husband experiences as an elementary administrator. And then, of course, I think my face is covering up my two cockapoos. I'll have to show you pictures another time. They're both troublemakers, but they're very cute. So if I had to kind of identify what my own kind of priorities or professional passions are, I've put student leadership at the top of the list. I taught the grade 12 leadership course at O'Neill for a number of years and also have been leading the leadership camp for a little over 10 years. Mental health and well-being is also a priority, obviously, for every guidance counselor, but it's something that I really invest a lot of time into learning about and take every opportunity to pursue PD or professional learning about because it's so essential and critical in our role. Equity and social justice as well, I think, is equally important to our role. So I do seek out really every opportunity to get involved there. I lead our school's Safe and Accepting Schools committee. So both the equity component and the mental health and well-being really feed into my role on that committee. And I've also been a part of a number of professional learning communities at my school in different areas with respect to equity and social justice. And I think what I've covered up at the bottom are the words parent and guardian engagement. I think as a guidance counselor, that is one of our most essential roles as well. We sort of play liaison between the students and their families. And I take that role very seriously. I've been involved for several years in the Parents as Partners Conference as a presenter. So that's also something that is a high priority for me. In my own personal life, I love to run, I love to travel, I love to go camping, chauffeur my children around, and I love to read. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know a little bit more about all of you and working together and learning this summer.